Hi guys and welcome back to another Forza Science video, episode 2 I think already. Now don't get me wrong, I love playing the game the normal way, but whenever I see a car that costs 10 million credits, I'm like, nah, time to go into tryhard mode. Now with this method you're looking at around 3.9 to 10.2 million credits. However, I would say a realistic amount, something you can easily pull off, is around 4 to 5 million credits per hour. And this method consists of 2 parts. Now, this is very easy, but to avoid any questions, I'm gonna make a quick tutorial on the first part, a quick tutorial on the second part. I'm gonna show you guys how much money you can make from each of those. And then I'm gonna show you guys the combined method that I use to make this much money. We're gonna do the math on the screen so you guys can see it is actually legit. So jumping to the first part of this method. Now you've probably seen this already, driving up and down the highway in Forza Horizon 4. But I found a few things to tweak to make this even more efficient. So I created a 10-minute road racing event, a 30-minute road racing event, and a 60-minute road racing event, as well as 30-minute cross-country and 30-minute off-road. Now, you can use the same cars, you can drive on the exact same track. The only difference between those events is either the length or what part of the Horizon story you level up. However, I would recommend picking a road racing event simply because most Forza Edition cars have an additional perk that gives you a bit more influence after a race if you finish a road racing event. And now you can pick your car. Now this is where most people already went wrong. As weird as it sounds, a credit boost car is not the car of choice. You want to pick something different. We're going to get to that in a minute. Now, once you've set up the event, check your difficulty settings again, because this is where a couple of people leave a bit of money behind. For example, rewind. You don't really need rewind. It's just a straight line race. And in terms of difficulty, just set it to unbeatable. Shouldn't be a problem to win the race, especially if you pick my custom races, because I set them up in a way that the AI has to drive a longer way than you. So you're going to win for sure, even on unbeatable. Once you start the race, there's really only one thing you need to do, and that's keep the skill chain alive. And it's not difficult, you're just driving in a straight line, but keep in mind that it's more important to bank your skill chains than to finish, like, let's say 2 minutes earlier. So as soon as your skill chain reaches 500,000, bank it and collect the 10 skill points. So I eventually finished my 1 hour race and I managed to get 1.11 million credits from my credit boost car, as well as 11 wheel spins. So after 1 hour of racing, I managed to get 1.355 million credits. But this is where most people went wrong, because you don't want to pick a credit boost car. The thing is, with a credit boost car like that and banking pretty much every single skill chain, I managed to get 160 skill points in 1 hour. Keep that in mind, okay? 160 skill points with a credit boost car. So this is where the car choice comes into play. You're better off with a clean skill boost Forza Edition car. For example, the Aston Martin Vulcan or the Sonda R, depending on what car you've got. Now I tried every single Forza Edition car. Skill boost, speed skill boost, clean skill boost, and so on. Tried every single one. And the fastest way to ramp up your skill chain on that particular race is with a clean skill boost car, which means you can bank more skill points than in any other car. And that's the important thing. You can bank 9 skill points by racing up the highway, bank your skill chain, race down the highway, and bank 9 skill points again. But you are bound to spin in, you're bound to hit a tree or an AI car, so I'd say 320 points is realistic, and that's what I got from racing 1 hour. I got 320 skill points. Now once we finish the event, you can see that the difference between a credit boost car and a non-credit boost Forza Edition car is minimal. 90,000 credits less than with a credit boost car. That's almost nothing. However, remember the skill points? We got 160 skill points with the Reventon in 1 hour, but we got 320 skill points with the Vulcan. So that's pretty much the first method done, and now we move on to the second method before we combine both of them for the ultimate method if you want. Some of you probably know where this is going. If you buy that car from the normal in-game car shop, it costs 150,000 credits, but it features a perk that gives you an instant 300,000 credits. Now I know there are multiple cars that cost 150,000 credits and have that 300,000 credits skill perk. However, the Porsche is the best pick. The most efficient way to do it is press Y, filter for cars, B-Class and Retro Supercars, so you don't have to scroll through the entire car list. You can simply skip to the Porsche already and instantly buy it. What you want to do is you want to spend 20 skill points on each car, 19 to unlock the 300,000 credit perk, and 1 to unlock the extra wheel spin. And here's where I found one more detail that's going to save you a couple of minutes if you do this method, and I think it's worth it. Every time you unlock the perks on one of your Porsche, mark it as a favorite. and you get this little heart icon. So you already know which cars you've used and which cars you have still to unlock the perks on. So before we jump into the combined method, let's quickly do the math on this one. I had 999 skill points, which doesn't really take you that long if you race the Vulcans. That allows me to spend the full 20 skill points 49 times and an extra 19 skill points without the wheel spin. So in that case, I would have to buy 50 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3s. Before buying anything or opening anything, I had 113,116,755 credits. And after buying every single car, unlocking every single perk, and opening every single wheel spin, I had 123,406,755 credits. I made 10.29 million credits in that single hour. So the remaining 2.79 million credits were from opening wheel spins. And not just the opening the wheel spins I got from unlocking that single wheel spin perk, but also from leveling up. So you get wheel spins from just leveling up normally and leveling up parts of your Horizon story. So it takes you 3.5 hours to do this method. That equals to around 2.94 million credits per hour. This is where we combine those two methods for the ultimate money-making method in Forza Horizon 4, pretty much. Doing the simple highway race with the Aston Martin Vulcan, we end up with around 1.378 million credits from 1 hour of racing, with 320 skill points. Now that allows you to buy 16 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3s and spend 20 skill points on each of them. So 16 times 20 is 320 skill points. So you end up with 2.4 million credits from just buying the Porsche and unlocking the 300k perk. 2.4 million credits, plus an extra 16 wheel spins from unlocking the perks, which gave me 355,000 credits again. So you're gonna level up 5 times either car collector or your actual in-game level. So that's an extra, I'd say, 110,000 credits roundabout. You will end up with around 4.25 to 5 million credits, depending on your wheel spin luck. However, it obviously takes longer than just 1 hour to do this. It takes around, I'd say, 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes. So if we are like super precise, you're gonna get around 3.9 to 4.5 million credits per hour, because it takes you a bit longer than just 1 hour to do all of that stuff. So I was gonna end the video there, but I thought of 2 more things you guys can do to earn some quick cash without really putting a lot of effort into it. What I do at the start of every Forza game is make Tron designs for various Lamborghinis. For example, the Lamborghini Aventador right here. It takes, I'd say, like 2 hours to get a good Tron design, but once you have it, you can like change up the colors, you can make loads of designs, and people love them. Like, people actually love them. I got around, I'd say, 50 to 60 million credits from it overall over the last like months. I don't know if it's gonna work as well now that we are a bit into the game, but if you do that at the start of each game, it's a pretty good method actually. It's a pretty good method, and it works best on the Aventador, I figured. And one more thing I wanted to mention, because I don't know how many people know about this, but on the official Forza Motorsport website, there's a section in the community tab where you can claim rewards for playing Forza games, pretty much. So depending on how many games you've played in the past, how many achievements you unlocked and so on, you get different in-game rewards. 425,000 credits in a couple of games every single week. All you have to do is click redeem and it shows up in your in-game message box and you can download the credits. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to share it around, drop a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more Forza Science stuff in the future. I've got some cool videos planned. And until next time, bye.